Hello and welcome to the Vector Garden YouTube channel. My name is Monika, and in this video I'm going to explain how to create this bevel. You can also apply this to text, and it's quite easy to create this. It's rather a fake bevel, but let's take a look at it. So we need to start with these objects. This is a rectangle and a line, and they have to be exactly the same length. So they have to be aligned at the left and on the right. This is best done when you select View and Smart Guides. I'm going to select it here. And then when you create something, it's aligned perfectly. So you have a rectangle, and of course we exchange fill and stroke. And when you then create a line, like so, you see it gets aligned, and on the other side as well. And then of course you apply the stroke. But this of course is not all there is to it. So we have to create some light and shadow and whatever you want to apply to it. So we've got a light here, which is just a rounded rectangle, and we've got the light over there. And then we need to create this. So when you have something metallic, it typically has this kind of blend thing. So this cannot be a gradient because we can't use gradients in this construction. We're going to see why later. So in order to create this, we have to create a blend instead. So we start with this shape, which is an ellipse, and there is a rounded rectangle and behind it. So we're going to select both of them and then Object, Blend, Make, or use the shortcut. And then Illustrator creates the blend, but of course you need to edit it. So let's double click the blend tool and we go to specified steps, and you see it has 230 steps, which is too much. So I'm going to enter 50 or the like. This depends on how large you want to reproduce this artwork you're going to create. So we have fewer steps, and you see they are visible here, but when you print this, you probably won't notice, so you have to respect the reproduction size. Now what we also need over here, you see in the end this has to look like so. So select the rectangle and add some anchor points in it, like here, over there, and another one here. And then we're going to move this one slightly up, like so. Use the arrow keys for it and turn it into a smooth point. And then do the same with the one on the left, like so. And with this one as well. And then of course move the handles so that this line is horizontal. And then we need to use these as well. So in order to modulate the line on top, we can of course use the variable width tool for that as well, but I'm going to just hide those. So let's apply a white stroke to that, like so, and then apply variable width profile to it, and then move it up, like so. So we're just going to experiment a little and make it like this. And when this is done, what we need to do is select all of that and then go to the brushes panel and just drag all of them into the brushes panel and create an art brush. And all of these options are okay, but the method is not. Let's go to tints here and then close this. And then what you can just do is create the shape you want to use and apply the brush. This has a white stroke, so let's make it dark, and there we have it. Now let's make a thinner stroke, like so, and it's metallic. Now there's something weird about it, which is here, and this is the start and end point, which should not exist in a closed shape, but it does. So we cannot fix this. What we can do is put the start and end point into a different location. So let's take the scissors tool and select that path and just cut it. And then we have the start and end point at a different location because this is now an open path. And we can select it and go to Object, Path, and Join to close it again, like so. And then this is clean. And of course, in order to apply it to text, you need the text first. And let's apply some font to that. I'm going to choose Cooper Black. Make that larger. And let's switch fill and stroke. And we can now not apply the brush stroke. You know, I can click on that and it won't do anything. What we need to do instead is remove the stroke in here, go to the appearance panel, like so, create a stroke down here, and then I can apply the brush, which is too fat again. So I need to get into this stroke and set that to a smaller value, like so. And there we have the bevel. I'm going to turn off the smart guides again so we can see it, and there it is, like so. So that's how you can create this fake bevel in Adobe Illustrator. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. See you next time.